Chucky, Chucky, Chucky. No, I'm not talking about the one that you see in the movie. Animatronics do move and they go kill you and stuff like that, and they stuff you in suits. Wait, what? What does this even mean? No, this can't be true. Or is it? So before I go on and expose the actual truth of Chuck E. Cheese's, I have to clear up some stuff. I have 4 total videos with Chuck E. Cheese being involved in it. But my first ever video on Chuck E. Cheese, it was an actual story I was telling, like I've told many stories on my channel. By the way, go check them out, and I post stories all the time, so subscribe to my channel and stuff. That's great. But anyways, as I was saying, this story was indeed true. This was a story about me recalling something that happened years ago when I was only 8 years old. And what happened is that I went to Chuck E. Cheese's. I entered the sky tubes, you know those things up in the sky that you walk in through. And while I was walking in, I smelled something really bad. I kept walking through the sky tubes, and then I noticed something red. Okay, I barely walked in. Notice it. I barely walked in. I just looked, and I saw something red. Liquid. Maybe it was fruit punch on the floor, basically in the sky tubes, but like sitting there, just laying there. And I'm pretty sure I heard other kids more inside. I don't know what was going on, but it smelled really bad in the sky tubes, and what was red could have been blood, or it could have just been fruit punch. Those other people in there, if there was, I heard them coming closer. I believe that's how it went. And that was like the exact time I was actually leaving the Chuck E. Cheese, because that's the only reason I entered the sky tubes to begin with. Because I ran out of tokens and I couldn't play any more arcade games, so I decided to enter the sky tubes. So that story is what my mind as an 8-year-old kid remembers, meaning that my imagination at the time was probably way more insane than it is now. Now that you know that, you need to know that my second story told on Chuck E. Cheese is false. I made it for the fans who enjoyed the first one. I have a lot of people saying they wanted more, so instead this time I created a new story. And I let everyone know with captions in the beginning and warnings, and in the description it says it's for entertainment purposes, that the story there is not true. Okay? But the first one was. But still, people still want to say, oh, this is fake, this is fake, this is fake, even when I first uploaded the first one. So let's figure this out. Is Chuck E. Cheese really haunted? Is it really an animatronic that's going to walk around and kill you or whatever? Well, let's start with this first. Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza Time Theater in San Jose, California was the first location to open on May 17, 1977. Nolan Bushnell, the co-founder of Atari, he wanted to bring games to the mainstream, the ones who weren't mainstream. He came up with this idea, making a pizza place, mixing it with video games and entertainment, and creating this Chucky character as the one who interacts with the families and kids, dances, make sure everyone else is having a good time. So, back to my first story where I found blood in Chuck E. Cheese. So, it couldn't have been blood. I was only 8 years old. What could it have been? Well, maybe it could have been some fruit punch. Some kid left fruit punch or spilled it in the sky tubes, bringing their juice up there or whatever. Or maybe it could have been blood. Or maybe a kid was having a bleeding nose or something like that. Someone got hurt in there. Because there were kids in there. And for them to go past that little puddle of whatever it was, you know, then maybe they had something to do with it. And at that age, I was disgusted to know what could have been. I don't know. It could have been blood, but then again, it couldn't have been. You understand what I'm trying to say here? Okay, that's my part of the thing. That's why I'm connected to this, and this is the main reason I'm making this video. But if you ever had an experience with like anything similar to it, like if you were at Chuck E. Cheese and let's say